Hello, welcome back to Children of Mana. Last time we got access to, I forget what it's called, the tree. We're inside the tree. You may notice I have a ton more money. You may also notice I have a ton more levels. God, I did a bunch of grinding, and no, I did not do too much grinding. All leveling does is give you hit points and magic points. That's it. So this is entirely for equipment later. All of your attack and defense is based on equipment. So that's fun. I did get some new weapons. This is not where you show the weapons. There we go. I did get some new weapons from some of the quests I did. I think actually the only weapon I got was the sword and the robe. Maybe the ring. I don't think the ring. But yeah. I'm pretty sure those are in the 60s, I want to say. So they're basically the stuff that'll be unlocked after the dungeon we're on right now in the shop. I mean, I couldn't find the thing I'd seen before on how to get into the haunted house, but it was something about a light in Maudie's house, and that did nothing. So I don't know. So the plan right now is to try to just rush the end. I don't know what else I could really do in this game. There are side quests that I could probably do. I'd have to figure out who has them. And then the only reason to do the side quests, as far as I can tell, is for levels. And I don't know. By the end of this dungeon, I should hopefully be level 65. The one guide I was looking at on GameFAQs says that between 65 and 70, like you should be 65, 70 if you can help it, and I don't want to help it. I just want to finish the game off, or drop it. I have almost dropped this multiple times. But anyways, we are going to set out and go to, I forget what the dungeon is even called. We're going to the tree. They're acting like this is the end of the game. It is not. There is at least one more dungeon after this. So yeah, let's jump into the path of life, and we did a little bit of this before, I think. Should go much better. I also learned through my grinding attempts, those lizard enemies that eat you, and they always did a ton of damage, they actually do 50% of your current health, so they always will do a ton of damage. So that's fun. I don't like any of the percentage damage in this. It's bad. Anyways, so the Mana Lord is down below. No, we've already seen this, but whatever, I'll just read it again. Wait, Timbre. Tess? This may be the last battle, I'm sure he knows it too. Probably. What's wrong, Tess? Everyone has been fighting for their lives, but I can't do a thing. I feel so useless. You've got it all wrong. What about all the times you've bailed me out? I would never have made it this far without you. Believe me, you're far from useless. Thank you, Timbre. Well, onto the center of all the chaos. If I can figure out how to get there, that is. Timbre, that glow. It's the hairpin from the Sanctuary of Mana. Why was it glowing like that? Whoa. Maybe it leads underground. Only one way to find out. Come back safely, Timbre. I will. Right. Rude. Oh, I didn't even show off my gems. I changed up my gems. I got one that, I guess I'll try to show it at floor 4. Actually, I didn't change out very many gems. I only changed out the one. This one I have on, I recover 3%. Oh, that's fun. 3% of the damage I deal as hit points and magic points. I could have gotten the one that only does hit points, but I had the one for both, so why not do both, even though I rarely cast magic. It cost me 10 intelligence and 10 I really, really hate the physics. And 10 strength across the board, not a huge deal. This should mean that I need so much less items. I really despise the physics in this game. Other than the enemies that roll at you, well, excluding them, not other than them. Most of the time you have to deal with it is just normally attacking the enemies and they just bounce up. And half the time they won't go anywhere, so they just land on you and knock you away. So, screw you and your combo. The combo that they encourage you to do. It just says no to that. I never did find a remotely decent status curing. I kind of want that. I assume this is going to be something decent. I was wrong. I mean, it might be, but I can't use armor. And I genuinely do not need money. Why are there 3 different colored spikes? What? It's a toggle? What is the point of that? Oh my god, game. Let me do anything. What is the point of this? Okay, I still get hit. What? That is stupid. This is one of the dumbest things they have put in this game, and that is a low bar. Really? Did I not break one? Oh, I did find it. Never mind. Never mind. Great, a sleep plant. And the physics will work one way for most of the game, and then randomly it doesn't. Like, knocking objects around with the hammer. Like that. Like the barrels in the tower. There's a room in the tower that I don't know what part to recommend seeing that in, but I went to that floor multiple times while grinding, and at least once, probably twice, on screen. It's got multiple hallways going up, and all of them are dead ends. And one of them has a line of the pots that you need something heavy to break, or the hammer. So I would knock a barrel straight up, and it would go straight up, which means there's nothing for it to bounce back at me from off of, and it would still do it, just straight back, not even at an angle. As if going off screen meant that there was a physical barrier. And those, red butterfly enemies, ones that had the laser eyes that catch you on fire, yeah, they have 2 other status effects that they inflict, so that's also fun. And they were every single dungeon I did in my grind. Every single one. The only thing I can recommend for a grind is to just keep repeating the, What? First of all, that was a sleep flower. Second of all, I was nowhere near that. By a wide margin. Anyways, the only thing I can really recommend for a grind is... The only thing I can really recommend for a grind is to just keep repeating the plot dungeon in the tower. No, I'm just going. Because the enemies and quests, they also, or jobs or whatever the Dead Bears have, they also scale up with you as you progress the game. How are these an enemy? So yeah, every single enemy is going to be worth minimum experience. So just keep repeating the early plot dungeons. Either that or Star Lake, the second dungeon. Yeah, I would recommend Star Lake more. The tower is mostly tutorial. So you lose at least an entire floor because of the limited amount of enemies. But anyways, you just go to an early place where you can one-shot the enemies, because they're going to be worth the exact same amount of experience. So these things are also doing half my health damage. This is absurd. And they are everywhere. How is this an enemy? Still more of them. Nothing in this game is remotely threatening except for the things that do percentage damage, which is apparently a lot of them. I am hitting them while they are in the middle, or the end, rather, of their exploding animation, and it is knocking them out of the exploding animation, just turning them back into an enemy? What? I thought I'd seen all the... I keep thinking I've seen all the stupid things this game has to offer, and then there's more. Also, the percentage that you recover with this gem I've got is incorrect. But it is doing work. Okay, well I found that. And these things are still infinitely spawning and getting stuck on plants. Yeah, I removed the, I don't know why I even still had it. I removed the hook steel and equipped the life steal, whatever it is. How are there still more? How did that miss? I really don't like having only negative things to say about a game, but I don't know about this one. I would skip this one entirely. It didn't seem so bad when I started it up again after so many years, but it's just gone downhill every single beat. And of course, the flying enemies that keep spawning over a place that I can't get, and they can attack me from it. I know I can switch to the bow. I shouldn't have to keep swapping out weapons. That is this entire game's mechanic, the gimmick, and I hate it. I hated that in Sword of Mana as well. Every single one of the... I mentioned this much earlier. All the, weapon gates. It's like some kind of blob enemy that when you attack it with the wrong weapon, it... I forget exactly how it worked. It turned, like, didn't attack. It was supposed to represent the weapon you were supposed to hit it with. So you were constantly having to swap out weapons as you went through the game. Weapons that you obviously had by late game, and it still made you do this. It is also really dumb to gate you that way early on. They did that so that you... okay. They did that so that you had to have a specific weapon to go through a certain dungeon, when they could have just had it locked for plot reasons. Which they did in other games. Oh, he can do damage, huh? Yeah, I'm sure he can. Show me that 4 experience when I kill him. Look at that, 4 experience! Which, again, is double, because I still have the double experience on. How? There is a single enemy. How are you not spawning all of them? I also never showed off the lag in town. This game is so laggy, it's ridiculous. Okay. That's for floor 4. So I'll show the gems. I'm pretty sure that's the only one that I changed. Skip. I did not miss 6 chests. I missed, like, 2. I could see them off screen. I missed 2. No, I had that one. And I had that one. Yeah. Soul's Thirst. Converts 3% of damage inflicted into HP and MP. Attack -10 and int -10. I also had... I don't think I have it anymore. I think I sold it. Yeah. 'Cause there's no reason to keep these. They all have a pretty significant downside. This one is actually not terrible. Especially with the stats I have. I'm doing plenty of damage and have plenty of defense. There are other new gems I got that I'm not going to use. Now it's not really the time to show them off. And once I get to level 65, assuming that's all I need, really, I'm going to get rid of the double experience, and that's plenty of room. And I think after doing... save. Oh yeah, look at the difference in time! It was like 18 hours when I stopped last time. This is bad. Yeah. Assuming that's all I need. Yeah, I'll just get rid of the double experience. I'll probably also fully expand the gem frame after doing this dungeon. What is that? Huh. Oh, that thing's gonna probably want... Well, it didn't one-shot me. It's also not much healthier than the other one that one-shot me. And of course, it immediately walked up to me and blew up, as they do. Right, I was also going to mention the status effects. The status effects are really stupid. It's not just the status effects. It's any damage interrupts your combo. Any, including poison tick damage. Yes. It is that little thought put into this game. I guess someone decided they had to release a mana game, and this is what they came up with, and you should have not. that? It's another thing to knock around. Why do I need like 6 things to knock around? Different things, I mean. I don't understand why I can knock these down. It makes a little more sense like this when I can knock the entire group down. But it just doesn't make sense to me that that's a mechanic. Okay, I was not close enough to that, but we've already established this game cannot do hitboxes, right? It's those faces. Why? Every single time they immediately blow up. That one didn't even hit me. Okay, you can just do that on your own. Again, just spawned in invincible. I just realized the egg is hidden by a plant, which means it can be inside one of the poison plants. I don't think I already found it, did I? Although I'm not really seeing any poison plants, so there's that, I guess. I'm surprised that didn't hit me. There we go. I don't think I found the exit yet, though. It is also hidden by a plant. No, I did find the exit. Sure. I also think status effects override each other. Like, you can only have one at a time. So if you're poisoned and you get blind, you're no longer poisoned. Okay, another thing I remembered from my grind, an enemy that has not shown up in any other dungeon, only the tower and only... My guy! Stop it! Only in the tower and only when doing jobs for dead bears. It's like a griffin claw, and that's it. That's literally the enemy, just a griffin's claw. Its only action is just shoving you. You just bounce around a lot more than any other enemy, even more than these things. Yeah, it's a super fun mechanic. Aren't the physics in this game great? Not infuriating at all. And I don't get experience when they kill themselves. Not a single speck of status resistance in this game. It's fantastic. I'm not going to equip the stuff that makes you immune to one thing and... Oh my god, get out of there! I'm not going to equip any of the things that make you immune to one thing and more susceptible to everything else. That's stupid. Like, these aren't physical barriers. Having them work like this doesn't make any sense. Yep, see? Caught on fire. Blindness is over. I'm going to have to stop in the middle of this dungeon, aren't I? I genuinely do not understand why this has such a severe, I guess, entity limit. It's not just enemies. It includes not all chests, but some chests. No, not just the mimics either. But it includes the things that you knock around. The seeds, the rocks, the whatever. Okay, I gotta find the egg. I also found out through my grinding that sorry, the egg appearing threw me off. I lost my train of thought for a second. The enemies, okay, so certain enemy, okay, you do that. Certain enemies are apparently treated as required to spawn. They will not spawn when you spawn into the level. The enemies around where you're at, they will spawn first. Then you'll kill them and others won't spawn because enemies much later in the level, they need to spawn. So you'll go further into the level, find a big group of enemies, and when you kill them, then other enemies will start to spawn. Why? It's just bad decision after bad decision in this game. I genuinely do not understand. I still hit you, guy. don't understand the point of these faces either, other than being annoying. Like, if I knock an enemy into them, are they gonna rotate? Is that how it works? Like the objects that you can normally break by doing that? So these things can spawn in immediately blowing up, but no, he just decided to sit there and let me be able to attack again. Okay. I am over time, so once I get done with this floor, I am going to call this part. Surprised that didn't hit me. Yeah, my favorite part of all with the enemies that blow up is that I get no experience. That is the best part. In a game that has just such horrible, horrible grinding. Really? We got these things again? There is no easy way to kill these things. They only appeared in the tower and apparently here. This one appears to be spiky. Yeah, there's no easy way to kill them. The best way that I have found is to activate your Fury and just hit him with the sword, which is not going to work because you move forward in your combo, and all that does is make it go faster. And we got another one here. Did I still get hurt even though it was down? My guys, they're spikes. They are so simple to program. Oh, you have to... I hate it. I have the hook shot, or the chain, or whatever. So yeah, I can get past that. To get the egg. You would otherwise have to just beat that thing up until it broke. So I don't think I've seen signs of the exit yet. There we go. Okay, but I'm well over time, so I'm just gonna leave this silly place. Well, actually I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna start the next video in the next area. That's gonna be it for this part. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you stick around for the next one, and thanks for watching.